Time alone isn't a punishment, it's a privilege.
There's truthfully nothing better than coming home to yourself.
Hey babes,
I'm Madeline.
and I'm Deja.
And welcome back to the Elegance Exchange. So today is a super important episode, and honestly it's probably going to sound similar to one that we did about being single and loving life, but it's definitely different, so make sure you stay and watch this.
This one's focusing more on enjoying time by yourself, and it's not because it's the difference between this is like you don't need someone, like you enjoy your own company. Like if you were to go choosing whether or not you want to hang out with a group of people or with yourself, you're fine with choosing yourself. Like I'm fine with being by myself. Because especially with me, I'm a very, very social person. I'm always doing stuff with people, and I feel like these days I'm always somewhere with someone else. So my social battery has been going down like a lot.
Yes.
And so I'm like, you know, I don't want to hang out with these people. I want to go and do things by myself. And you should be the same way. You should be okay with being like, you know what, I don't need people to hang out with. I can just spend time with myself. Or even these days with the social aspect too, we're always like, oh my gosh, I don't have anyone to hang out with. That means I'm just going to waste my day away laying in bed. No, you should be able to be like, okay, well, I'm going to go and do this because I want to.
Exactly. And honestly, if you cannot stand to sit alone with your thoughts, and you cannot stand to just be alone and really think things over and think about your life, you probably have some healing you need to do. And maybe we need to go to therapy, or maybe we just need to actually spend some time with ourselves and figure out what's bothering us. Especially if you've gone through something, you know, a little bit more not so fun recently, okay? Sometimes you just need time to process it. But basically, we're gonna get into the act of solo dates and why you actually really need them.
Because the key to enjoying time with yourself is to be like getting used to being by yourself and getting used to doing things on your own. So this is where like solo dates are very, very important, because it's kind of like that aspect, like you don't really need anyone to have a good time. You're allowed to just be by yourself.
Yeah.
So like my type of solo date would be to like go out to the park and draw by myself. Sometimes when I'm stressed out, you know, I pull out my little sketchbook and I just start drawing. I listen to my music with my headphones on. No one's bothering me. I put my phone away. I don't want to talk to anyone right now. That's my ideal type of solo date.
Right, and mine is going and doing yoga on the beach. Okay, that puts me in a very peaceful mindset. I think about all of the things that are happening in my life and everything that I need to work on and improve, or, you know, it just lets me let go of everything. And so truthfully, you have to find that activity that you can do with yourself that relieves your stress and kind of resets you.
Or even like taking yourself on like a little shopping date.
Yes.
Like take yourself out. Go out and go do some shopping. Go find some new clothes. If you want to go and like go eat lunch with yourself, go and eat lunch with yourself. Go do a little pickup order and eat in your car listening to music. Or like go to a library and read some books.
Yeah, we go to the cafe all the time, okay? I sit in a cafe 9 times out of 10 alone just to get some work done, or just to sit there and journal or read a good book. You don't have to have somebody to sit with you, and don't feel embarrassed if you don't have anybody with you, okay? 9 times out of 10, whenever I see somebody sitting alone, I think, wow, good for them. They have the confidence to sit alone. They don't care, you know, if somebody's with them or not, because truthfully, you don't need them. It's always nice to have, but you should be able to sit alone.
Exactly. And like I said, like especially when you're out hanging out with other people, you kind of learn that you don't want to be around people all the time. Like you legitimately just like no offense to my friends, like they don't even mean it, and it's nothing personal. It's just like I've been with people all day. I just want to have my own time to myself.
Be alone.
Even my sister's the same way. Like if she's stressed out, if she feels like there's too many people, she'll be like, okay, sorry guys, I'm just gonna cancel plans. Like I don't think I'm gonna go out tonight. I don't think I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna have a me day.
And to some people, this can sound selfish. If you turn down plans because you want to be alone or you want just some time to reflect, okay, that is, some people are gonna take offense to that no matter what you do. And you know what? That's okay. That's their thing. That's fine, but don't let it impact your life. I talk to Deja all the time, and I always come up with some spontaneous plan, and you know what? Half the time she's like, hey, like I would love to, but I've been out all day, I'm busy, and I just kind of want to go home and chill. And you know what? I don't hold any fault for her. I don't care. It's okay.
It's the same way vice versa. I always have some crazy activity I want to do. I always have some crazy side quest. But like, I'm not gonna go and ask Madam and be like, hey, let's go jump on a plane together, because it's fine. And truthfully, if you're around people that make you feel bad because you're putting yourself first and you don't want to be with these people, they are not the people for you. The same way with Madeline, going back to it. If I ask Madeline and she's like, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, no worries, that's fine. I understand you. Like, I know who you are as a person. That's okay. It's nothing personal. But if they're over here taking it out on you and making you feel bad,
And whenever somebody, a lot of the times the reason why they get so upset with this is because they cannot stand to be alone themselves. So, it kind of works both ways, because if you are asking somebody to go do something and then they turn you down because they don't have time or, whatever, you can then go and still do that activity alone because you feel comfortable doing it.
Exactly. But if they're the ones asking you, or they asked you and then they got mad, it's just because, they don't like being alone. They can't be alone. They need someone else to be out with. So the one person they go and ask and they're like, hey, you want to hang out? And they're like, no, like, I think I'd much rather just stay home or something. They're going to be like, well, now I can't do anything, and now I can't do this, and now I can't do that because I have no one to go with.
It honestly drives people insane whenever they are alone, okay? Like, it is like purgatory, okay? They cannot stand it. And you don't want to be that person, because then you're not self-reliant. And one of the biggest things we preach is being self-reliant, okay? Sure, you can want a boyfriend. Sure, you can want a big friend group. You can want whatever, okay? But if you are not secure in yourself and you cannot just spend time with yourself, those relationships aren't going to work, because you're jumping from one person to the next, or you're jumping from friend group to friend group, simply because you cannot fulfill yourself.
And maybe you're that person that can't stand being alone. And maybe, going back to the solo dates, maybe you're like, okay, well, I can't be out in public being by myself. Like, that's embarrassing.
No, it's
Start a new little hobby. Go on like a little hobby. Start a hobby that that you enjoy and that you enjoy being by yourself. Whether it's like crocheting. I know some of my friends have been getting into crocheting.
Oh gosh.
And like, they don't want me near them. They're just like, hey, I'm just gonna hang out and chill at home. Okay, cool. They're just gonna crochet at home. If you like scrapbooking, then go and scrapbook. If you like painting, these are hobbies that you enjoy, but you don't need another person to enjoy them with. Like, it's kind of like, oh, I like doing this, so I'm gonna go and do it myself.
Maybe you still are not used to spending time with yourself, okay? Going back to this hobby, make a hobby of writing letters to yourself. Maybe writing letters to your future self or your past self. This does a lot of inner healing work, and it kind of gives you that false narrative that you're talking to somebody. And it's so nice, because then you can always look back at them and reflect on them. I have probably over like 50 letters that I've written to other people and myself. And you know what? I love looking back at them and reflecting on the memories, but it makes me feel not so alone on those days when I want to hang out with somebody, but maybe there's nobody around, or maybe I know that, okay, I'm not in the best mindset right now. If I hang out with somebody, that mindset's going to be pushed on them, okay? That's a very good small step that you can take.
So yeah, you just have to learn how to be okay with being by yourself. And it's perfectly fine. That's normal. You're not lonely just because you enjoy being by yourself. And I feel like a lot of people are scared
of not selfish.
Looking lonely. Yeah, looking lonely and looking selfish because they turn down plans because they don't feel like going out. It's fine. It's okay to be alone. And it's even better to be alone with yourself and enjoying time with yourself.
Right, and your significant other or your friends is going to appreciate the fact that you have those boundaries, because there's nothing worse than you convincing somebody to go with you and they just say yes because they don't want to be alone, but they're in like the worst mood ever. They're tearing you down. They're like, no, this is so stupid. Why are we doing that? Nobody wants to be around that, okay? So if you are feeling that, set those boundaries and be like, hey, like, I'm just not in the mindset. I don't want to be around people today. It's not you. It's just a personal thing, and I don't want to push that on you.
And like I said, if they were truly your friends, they wouldn't even take it personal. They'd be like, okay, like, I understand. It's fine. You're all good.
It's part of life, guys. It's part of life. And I know those boundaries are kind of hard, and being alone is, in fact, hard, but you will get used to it. And honestly, now, after all of the healing work that I've done and everything, I prefer to be alone half the time versus with people. And I'm an extrovert. I love talking to people, but I do also love being by myself.
And like I said, sometimes my life gets a little too crowded, when my schedule feels like it's been packed, I just like being able to breathe and being by myself, just, with my own thoughts, my own things.
Right, so to wrap it up, we are on a bunch of different social media platforms.
We're on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Our TikTok and our YouTube is the most popular ones, so you can definitely check us out on there and our other streaming platforms as well.
Yes, and those are all down in the link or the bio below. Oh my gosh, all of those links are. And there's also another video relating to this down there, so definitely click on that. And then there's going to be a video here with our season 3 playlist and a recommended video here. So definitely make sure to subscribe and leave us a comment because we'd love to get your feedback. And yeah, all right, we love you.
Bye, babes.